VDI, 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 VDI. You know, VDI is something that for the right organization has a lot of value.
Yeah.
And so there's some people that look at it and say, well, gee, I'm a school or I'm some kind of environment where I think VDI might be of value to me, but I'm scared.
Yep.
Like, there are, there's a lot of dead soldiers out there.
Absolutely.
How do they move forward?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's been this long-held, lingering perception that it's difficult, it's complex. A lot of trials were done that failed. And so our focus in the group I'm in, the Cloud Client Computing Group in Dell, we focus on making VDI really easy to do. Easy to plan, easy to buy, easy to install, easy to operate, and easy to manage. So companies or organizations, schools, hospitals, etc., who are thinking about doing it, were standing on the sidelines because they heard it was difficult, they need not do that anymore. We can help them give it a shot, try it out, and then grow from there.
So let me ask you this, does successful VDI always equal flash storage these days?
It depends on the use cases, but it's meeting that more and more now, right? Because the most important thing for a lot of organizations, if they're going to go to VDI, they want to make sure that the performance is good, that the user experience is no worse at all than what they're used to. Because otherwise your people they'll complain of it. They'll say, hey, what happened here, right? So, and flash storage obviously plays a big role in that, right? Because you want to have, high performance all the way from the back end data center to the end user and your systems. And we have appliances built for this, converged appliances, where fast storage and flash and fast storage and tiered storage play a big role in that.
Yeah, so for example, I interviewed another storage company, which is obviously a flash-based company, and they told the story of a relatively recent school that put out a system, and then they had their first actual, they didn't do they didn't do a scaled implementation, right? They put it in over the weekend.
Wow.
The teachers all showed up Monday morning, 75 teachers turned on their computers, and it took them 18 minutes to boot, right? They're like, right? So they replace it with flash, and all of a sudden it's 8 seconds instead of 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, is anybody doing VDI with disk?
Yeah, actually there are some use cases where disks can actually work okay. It really just depends on what type of users, what the environment looks like, because you can buy a low-end appliance that just have spinning disks, and it can be sufficient if your users are not running like demanding 3D apps or imaging or lots of rich video.
Or you don't have 75 of them starting up all at the same time.
Yeah, and that can happen, right? Now, although there are technologies out there that can pace that starting activity, so even when you hit the button, it's kind of falling into a queue. So a lot of work's been done in that area to make sure that when you're starting up, or if you're downloading patches, you don't flood the network and create that kind of phenomenon.
Right. Yeah. So besides getting the right disk, what else do you think is the key to being successful in VDI?
I think the one key is to make sure that it's predictable, right? Because with VDI, sometimes it's hard to tell how much server horsepower do I need, how much storage do I need and what kind, how much networking do I need to provide the capacity to the end users, and oftentimes that's like an ongoing riddle. So what we've done at Dell is we've created these appliances that are already pre-configured for a certain number of seats. So it takes all the guesswork out. If you've got up to 400 students, pop in one of these appliances and you're covered. You get 5 or 6 or 800, pop in another one. So you can scale linearly and in a very predictable fashion. So people know what they're getting into, right? So it really helps.
Perfect. Thanks for watching that interview with Dan O'Farrell from Dell. VDI is a big thing. I hope you learned a few things. Make sure to check out our other videos on our channel and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.